Hi everyone, welcome to today's show on ProTradersNetwork.com. We're going to look at the Forex market. We're going to look at a couple of pairs. And I'm Ardy. And here with me is Hamza. How are you, Hamza, today? Are you good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. So today we're going to take a look at a couple of pairs. And maybe Hamza, you would like to say which are the pairs that you're going to cover today?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to cover some majors, Australian USD, Euro USD, and maybe the pound dollar.
Okay, so yep, myself I'll be covering the dollar yen as well as the pound Aussie. And yeah, let's take a look at what Hamza has to share today without further ado. So Hamza, take it away.
Let me share my screen. I think you need to able me.
I allow it already. You can share your screen now.
So yes. Can you tell me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen very clear.
Okay. So first of all, let me show you the Australian dollar USD. So this is actually a 4-hour chart. Let me go to the daily first of all. So if we look on the daily time frame for the Aussie dollar, we can clearly see that previously market was in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. But after the Fed announced that they're going to increase the interest rate, US dollar started to appreciate in its value, and the Australian USD started to falling with other dollar pair. So this is the daily chart of the Australian USD. Let me yes. So as we can see that market has started making lower highs and lower lows. So this is the potential high, and the next high was lower than the previous high, and the next one was lower than the previous high. Same for the lows. So this bearish structure has been started to form. So as we can see that there was a zone right there. This was a support zone there, and also support zone there. Price aggressively break out from this zone to the downside, and then came back in order to retest. So if we look on the let me zoom out. Yes, zoom in. Sorry. So as we can see here, we have a pin bar or candlestick or rejection candlestick. So after this rejection candle on the zone, market gap down on the Monday. So this was a strong signal that market is going to push to the downside. So then I go to the 4-hour chart in order to see some confirmation. So this is the 4-hour chart of the Australian dollar USD. And here we can see that market made a bearish engulfing bar below the zone. So it came right above the zone, made a fake out, and then closed below the zone. So this was the price where I triggered my sell trade. Actually, I shared this trade in our community yesterday. So let me. So this was like previously yesterday. It was yesterday. So I say Australian USD is in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. Now we are below the 200-day simple moving average, and the sentiments are quite bearish. So I entered the sell trade right here. Stop loss was this, and the target was this. So this is my brokerage screen. So here we can see that. This is, by the way, this is my live account. So sorry. So this was a price where I enter sell trade, and right now it is in a huge profit. I booked some partial and put my stop loss at the almost break-even price. So this was a Australian USD. So what where it is gonna go right now. So as we can see from here, that this area is a strong confluence zone, a strong support zone. So let me just mark it as a support. So as you can see, this was a area where prices move to the upside. So I will be booking some more partial at this zone. So then I will be waiting until the price break below this zone and came back to details. Maybe entering some more trades there. Then the next target will be right back to this zone. So uh, it's about 0.73 80 zone. So if we got a break below this support zone and followed by a retest, then we're going to see the Aussie back down to 0.7380 level incoming there. So um, this was a my Australian USD um, analysis.
So,
So
you feel that it's going to go down further, right?
yeah, as we can see, the trend is quite bearish and the trend is quite strong. So maybe we see some consolidation right at this zone. So once this zone break below, then we're going to see the Aussie go back to 0.7380 level. So
Okay.
let's see how the market reacts at this zone. So if it
Anyway,
starts rejecting,
nice call on Aussie dollar in the community, Hamza. It's a profitable trade. I hope that a couple of our traders in the community took it and benefited from it.
yeah, yeah, we're always willing to provide value in our community. So, so this was my Australian dollar. So let me show you the euro, Aussie, or euro dollar. So. So this is the 4-hour chart of the euro, and let me show you the daily perspective. So as we can see that market was going to the upside, but here it just made a double top or maybe a triple top right there, and then came below after rejecting to this zone. So um, it just fell hardly from this zone. So I was not entering any sell or buy trades right there. So I was waiting for some type of confirmation. Right now, as we can see, that this was a resistance zone. Again, this was then broke out and then acted as a support. Then again acted as a support. And right now, it just break below the zone and now came back to retest. As we can see that we got some um, bearish rejection candles right at this resistance zone, and we are pushing hard into the downside. So right now, what are the downside targets? So as the trend is in downward, and all the time frames are saying that we're going to go to the downside. So we may see the price reach at this zone. This is 1 point. Um, this is 1.1858, and once this zone broken, so we will see some more bearish price action, and the next price will be 1.1798, and the final target for this rally will be 1.1709. So this is the zone where we will see some type of consolidation, maybe some move to the upside before another move to the downside. So this is what I'm looking on Euro USD. So,
I guess the US dollar is
first,
really appreciating against most of the currencies, right? Euro, Aussie, and pound. You're going to look at pound
yeah,
next?
yeah. Let me show you some. So let me just remove this. This was previously I just mentioned. So let me show you the daily time frame. So as we can see, that price got hardly rejected from this zone. So a strong resistance zone. Price rejected hardly from this zone and started to move in the downside direction. was a resistance zone there, and price came below this zone, and again this zone is act as a resistance zone, and it made the pound to move again to the downside at this zone. So right now, um, this zone is we're seeing we need to see a clear breakout below this zone and a retest for other move to the downside, maybe to this zone. So we need to wait until this zone breakout, because we can see that this is a strong support zone on the daily as well as on the 4-hour chart. So we could see some sort of a bullish price action, some short-term bullish price action. Maybe if we look on the intraday time frame, so this is the 1-hour chart, intraday time frame. Maybe we will see some sort of a pullback right around this zone. So maybe we made some sort of a bullish price action off of this support and came to this zone, and this will act as a resistance, as it was a support there, broke out, and now it will act as a flipped resistance. So we could see some bearish price action, and breakout of this zone followed by retest would make pound to go lower. So the downside,
if it rebounds, that's about a 50 pips move to the upside before it resumes the downtrend, right?
Yeah. So, but usually I just trade with the flow, right? Trade with the trend. So we could see some bounce, but I will be more interested in selling right around this zone. So selling at this zone and putting stop loss maybe above this these highs, and the first target will be this zone. I will put my stop loss break even, maybe book some partials, and then the breakout of this zone will cause pound to move even lower further to downside. So if we look on the daily, uh, um, so the next zone will be this area. So we could see the pound moving back to the 1.3679 if we got a breakout. So and again breakout of this zone will cause the pound to move even lower at these zones. So this is a kind of really tough for pound right now, because they are doing very well against the COVID situation. But as the Fed announced that US strength, US are going to increase their interest rate, and that's the reason that causing more buyers to invest in the US economy. So that's why these kind of moves are happening. So that's what I got for the pound, for the dollar and euro.
Thank you.
Does it make sense?
Yes, I can see very clearly. Basically, most of the charts are showing a very bearish trend for all the three major pairs that you have just covered. But among the three, I see that pound is the most resilient in terms of the chart structure.
Yes.
Yeah, and the weaker currencies are basically the Aussie and the Euro. So that's why I'm going to cover next. I'm going to share on dollar yen as well as the pound Aussie, and see whether that's true what we have just actually summarized, right? Okay, maybe I can now just share my screen, yeah?
Yeah. Let me just stop sharing my screen.
Okay. All right, so as you can see here right now, what we have here is the dollar yen weekly chart. And I have drawn the lines here. Basically, on the weekly chart, we have a higher swing low right here compared to another swing low at this point. So with a higher swing low, I believe that dollar yen has the potential to move higher. And the first zone that we might see a resistance is basically at this area. Right, so this is basically around the 111 or 112 zone, And basically we have about 130 pips to the upside before we meet some resistance at this point. And if the resistance is broken, I believe that the price has the potential to move up to the next resistance zone at around the 113, right? So, but first and foremost, we need to see whether price is able to break this resistance. If not, it might just move lower towards the previous resistance that we are encountering right now, which is around the 1106 level. So it might actually move to the downside after retesting the resistance, move lower, and it will continue to move higher. Okay, so this zone here, let me just put a circle around it, is an area of importance, and we need to actually see what happens when price reach around this area. So this is on a weekly chart. Let me just go to the lower time frame. On the daily, basically what we see is higher swing lows and higher swing highs, right? So I'm just going to actually mark the swing lows so that you can see that the trend is clearly bullish at this point. And I think that you know, basically the trend might just continue towards the zone that we have stated earlier. If you would want to see the trend clearer, you could actually just draw a line here, all right, and just extrapolate the lower line to the top side, and this is what you can see. Basically, it is moving within this channel. So buying potential will be when price actually goes lower towards this zone, right? And you can actually buy around these areas when it actually reaches the lower slanting line, which can be actually which can actually function as support, right? However, if it breaks, right, if it breaks this slanting line, we might see actually price going a bit lower, retrace lower, but at this point, we should be looking to buy, okay? So this is my analysis for dollar yen on the weekly and the daily chart. And yeah, so a good buying position, let me just mark it here, would be around the 109, or I would say 110 round number level, right? I'm sure, Hamza, you know that the round number level is also a potential support resistance zone, right?
Yeah, yeah. Most of the time they acted as.
Yeah, so this is an area where there is a potential for us to see buyers coming in, right? So, okay, so that's it for dollar yen. And this is in line with what we are seeing in, with dollar yen going up, is in line with what we are seeing in the other major pairs, which are actually showing, you know, Euro USD, Aussie dollar, and pound dollar is all actually in a downtrend. So dollar yen tends to benefit, all right? It tends to be bullish when these other pairs are actually in a bearish mode. All right, so next pair I'm going to look at is pound Aussie, right? This is pound Aussie on the weekly time frame. And I have actually drawn the Fibonacci retracement levels. And as you can see, it has actually met some resistance at the 3.6 Fibonacci level. And let me just mark that here, right? This is the 23.6 level. So we saw price actually move lower, and right, it moved lower, but it didn't move low. It didn't go lower for after that. It actually moved up, right? So at this point right now, I actually draw a line here, a slanting line, and I extrapolate it to the top. So this is an area of resistance actually. So price have actually tested it twice, as you can see here, but it has refused to go down further. So this is this week's candle, and it's still moving up. So I believe that the pound Aussie is going to go further to the upside. All right, once it breaches this line, it breaks above this slanting line, the next resistance, the potential next resistance level where it can go to is the 187.295, which is a 38.2% Fibonacci level, right? So you can see that it coincides as well with this particular support, which is now is going to be acting as resistance, right? This is a support level back in 2019 December. So this support level is now going to act as a resistance level. So it will be a line which price is going to be attracted to, okay? in not many words. So we have a potential, or if it goes to 18720, we will have about 300 pips to the upside, right? Does it look like that to you, Hamza?
Yeah, actually, I'm in a buy position on the pound Aussie. Should I show you the?
Yep, sure, sure. This is let me just stop sharing on this chart and I'll let you share your chart now, Hamza.
Yeah, sure. So let me just go to our community. So um, yeah. So yesterday I shared the pound Aussie trade a buy setup. So right now, if I go to my terminal, let me just, yeah, we can see that. Let me just, yes. So I just opened a buy position right at this area. So price just break to the upside, came back to retest, then move to the upside. Then my first position was right here, and the next position I opened was again at this one. So as we started to make some bullish rejection candles right there, so I entered buy position there. Stop loss was below these lows, so maybe it was at this area. So I shared that in our community. So right now it is up about. Let me check. It's I guess more than 50 pips. Yeah, about 50 pips. This position is
Okay,
right now. Yeah.
that's awesome, Hamza. That's awesome. So guys, if you are watching this video, you can see that basically we have a total of about 4 analysts in Pro Traders Network community, and you can actually join our community and just head over to protradersnetwork.com, right? Purchase a subscription, test us you get a free trial for a week if you want. And if you think this is a superb value for you, why not join us in the community? Because myself, Hamza, and we have Estelle and Aaron as well. We share our trade analysis and trade setups in the community, and we are just not covering Forex. We are also covering crypto, US stocks, as well as commodities.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can see that Hamza has already given 2 trade setups, and both are profitable. So that's just awesome, Hamza. Keep up the good work.
Yeah. So we are also always putting value and more value in our community, so that even a newbie will get all the knowledge that he wants. These setups and all these things are in simple wording. Even a beginner can understand what we are trying to say. We will tell them all the reason behind the trade, the entry price, the stop loss point, and all that. So this is the live chart. You can see. So there's no manipulation. We shared this trade yesterday. So right now, both these trades are in profit. So
yeah,
why you are waiting?
That's all the reason to join protradersnetwork.com, and hopefully with your support, we have we'll get more people in, as well as we'll work harder to actually look out for the opportunities out there, because sometimes the Forex market is giving us the good setup, sometimes it's the crypto market, but at the end of the day, most importantly, we want to help you guys out there become profitable, right? So I guess we've come to the end of today's analysis. Tomorrow, follow us tomorrow. I will be with Essel. Essel will be actually covering US stocks, and possibly I'll be looking at some of the cryptocurrencies as well, right? So hopefully, we have Tuesday Forex coverage. Wednesday, we cover stocks. Thursday, we'll cover crypto and FX maybe at the same time, Hamza. So we'll prepare for that. We'll try to actually provide you with updates. Yeah, Hamza, you got something to say?
I was just saying that we also made a weekend analysis video where we will cover all the markets, commodities, Forex, cryptos, and stocks, all that. So,
yes, correct. And the best thing, if you are with us in the Pro Traders Network community, you can actually message myself or you can message Hamza if you have any questions related to trading, and let us know, because we are there to actually help out. And also leave comments in our video, and don't forget to subscribe as well to our channel, and so that you won't miss any of our videos and Hamza's awesome analysis and trade setups.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we've come to the end for today's overview of the Forex market. Thank you, Hamza, for actually sharing with us, and we'll see you in the next video, right?
Thanks for having me.
All right. Cheers.
Have a good day. See ya.